So the word is a samaun. Samaun means sky. Samaun means sky. Okay. Its plural is samawatun. Samawatun means heavens. Samawatun means heavens, like 7 heavens. Samawatun is the plural of samaun. So instead of saying skies, we use the word heavens because we don't know, what we know is the first sky only that we can see, but we don't know how the other skies are. So the best word for it is heavens. The heavens means skies, you can say, or samawat. Samawat, okay? Now if you put al before that, al means the. Okay? And the word is plus samawa. So what happens when we put the al before that? It removes one dhamma from here. So this will become al samawatu. Okay? The heavens. The heavens. Samawatu, the heavens. Now when you read together, then this lam is not pronounced, but sin is pronounced for 2 times, because sin is a shamsi letter, it gives the sound of lam. So you pronounce as samawatu. As samawatu. So this will become, now in writing, it will become as samawatu. You put a shutdown scene and don't put anything on lam, because the sound of lam will go away and sound of sin becomes 2 times. So you pronounce as samawatu. Meaning is the heavens. Okay?
More than one heaven? Samawat, more than one?
Yes. Heavens is a plural. Yes, there are 7 heavens. In the Quran it says Saba Samawat.
Saba Samawat, the 7 heavens.
So here Saba is not used, but Samawat is used. Okay? But the final word becomes as-samawatu, right? Now if we have the word fi before that, fi means in, and this is called harf-e-jar. And what harf-e-jar does? It takes the last dhamma and changes into kasra. So the word becomes fi as-samawati. And when you combine, you will read, you don't read this alif again, fis samawati. Fis samawati means in the heavens. Okay? So that's the word here. In the heavens. Okay? So that is about the heavens. Now, the next word is ardun. Ardun means earth. Ardun means earth. Okay. And if you put the al with that, it will become al-ardu. Because al will take out one dhamma and meaning will become the earth. The earth. Okay. Al-ardu means the earth. Okay. And the same thing will happen. This fee, it still has the effect. So it become ardi. Okay, because now fee is being used on both of them, samawat and earth. So this word will become fil samawati wal ardi. So this will become ardi. The earth. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that be He glorified, it belongs to Him. Whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth, it is all His.
That's al-ardu
Yeah.
or al-ardi.
So the word was al-ardu,
Okay.
but because of this fee,
Okay.
just like we did in the samavato becomes samavati, ardo becomes ardi because of the fee.
Okay.
So the meaning does not change, but only the sound changes. Okay, kasra. So whatsoever is in the heavens and in the earth, all belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He does not need any child there for any reason. Okay. So Allah is saying that those who say Allah has taken a child, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that He is glorified. Everything which is in the heavens and the earth belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He owns everything which is in the heavens and which is on the earth. And then He says, Kullun lahu qanitun. Okay? So the word is kullun. Kullun means all. Kullun means all. Okay, this is a very common word we use all the time. Kullun means all. Okay. The next word we have seen already, lahu. Lahu means to him or belong to him. All, everything to him. Okay, but let's not translate as belong. To him all. All and everything to him. Okay. Next word is qaf, noon and ta. This means to stand in obedience. Someone is standing obedient, called qaf, noon and ta. Okay?
What is that letter right there before
This
the lam?
lahu?
Before the lam. Next one. The
Who?
one. The word before that.
Yeah.
There's a double.
This one,
Yeah, the next word before that.
this is kaf.
That's ka.
Yeah. This is kaf
Sorry.
and there's a
Sorry.
lam. Okay.
Sorry.
Kul. Okay. So from here we can make the word just like we made for the sajidun. It will be qanitun. Okay, when we put an alif, it becomes the doer. Okay. So like sajadas become sajidun. Qaf noon ta become qanitun. So what is qanitun?
Kullun.
Ka-
Kullun means all, huh?
Kullun means all. Qanitun means a person who is standing obedient to Allah.
How would you say all in the heavens and the earth? Or doesn't matter, whatever.
Okay. No, we're just doing kullun means all. Okay. Lahu means to him or in front of him. Okay. Qanitun means a person who is standing obedient. He is standing obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay. And qanitun is the plural of qanitun. So qanitun, qanitun. Qanituna is the plural. Plural means all the people, everything. Okay, kul. All are standing obedient to him, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay. So qanitun, you can also write down qanitun this way. Qanitun. It's a qanituna, but you stop, you say qanitun. Kullun lahu qanitun. All are obedient or standing in the worship or obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Standing.
Kanata.
Yeah.
What does kanata mean?
That's what it means, to stand in obedience. Okay? And the person can be made by putting an alif. Doer. The one who stands obedient is called qanitun, and its plural is qanitun, which all people are standing. So here it is all to him or in front of him, standing obedient. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that everything that is in the world, heavens and earth, belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and everyone in the world is obedient to him. They cannot escape from him. Okay? So why would Allah need a child? Even the person they call child, Isa alayhi salam, he stands in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as an obedient servant. So, kullun lahu qanitun, that's what the meaning of kullun lahu qanitun is. Everything or all things stand in front of Allah as obedient. They cannot disobey. Okay? So, Allah does not need a child. Okay? Because everything belongs to Him. He is the owner of everything in the world and heavens. Okay?
So God no have son.
So, inshallah, that's the end of this second ayah, number 116. So, inshallah, we'll stop it here. So, let's use the question.
In many places, it's staying as Vasamavati Vajati.
Uh-huh.
So, many places, the order is not changed. So
Yeah, order because
the heavens-
samawat is much, much bigger than the earth.
Okay.
So, first samawat is mentioned.
Okay, or before the heavens, the earth is existence after that, before the heavens or something.
You mean the way these two words come in the Quran?
Yeah, Quran. Because Vasamavati Vajati, then the sun and moon, Vasamsi Valkamari.
Uh-huh.
So then again, Vadduha Valayli.
Right,
So
right.
all these are things, there is the order is not changed in all the places.
Yeah, order is still same.
Because if you look at the Big Bang theory, it's like a human made.
Right.
It's saying that everything was a darkness, then it came
Yes.
sun and moon.
Yes.
Like the sky was existence,
Uh-huh.
then earth came. So
Right.
it's like correlating in many places.
Right. See. So, in general, the biggest thing is mentioned first,
Okay.
and then the smaller thing. So, earth is small compared to the entire universe
Okay.
and the heavens. So that comes in that order. Yeah.
Is there more you can give us, like out with like more than just is on there, like the whole story of what happened?
No, well, the ayah says that, some people say he has taken a son, right? Which is Christians basically say that.
Yeah,
They call Isa alayhi salam as son of God.
yeah,
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that those people who say that Allah has taken a son or a child,
yeah,
that's not right. Because everything belongs to Allah and everybody is standing in front. So even Isa alayhi salam worshipped Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He just stood in front of Allah and prayed. Okay? So someone who was praying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how can you take him someone who is a child? And not only that, they give power to this child. Not just simply he was child, but they make a partner of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in his kingdom.